Today we begin the book of Titus. Paul is writing to his son in Christ, Titus, and Titus has been placed within a church in Crete. So he is writing to Titus, giving him advice and knowledge for being a biblical leader. So let's begin in verse 5 of chapter 1. Together, let's read this. This is why I left you in Crete, so that you might put what remained into order and appoint elders in every town as I directed you. If anyone is above reproach, the husband of one wife, and his children are believers, and not open to the charge of debauchery or insubordination, for an overseer, as God's steward, must be above reproach. He must not be arrogant or quick-tempered, or a drunkard or violent, or greedy for gain, but hospitable, a lover of good, self-controlled, upright, holy, and disciplined. He must hold firm to the trustworthy word as taught, so that he may be able to give instruction in sound doctrine, and also to rebuke those who contradict it. And then Paul goes on to explain what is not a biblical leader. But I want to focus all on verse 5 through 10. A lot of restrictions, a lot of guidelines here in this chapter. And what it's saying to us is that the biblical example of a leader in a church, he's above reproach. He is blameless. And when you think about this person that you're going to appoint in a church as a leader, you can't think of this person ever committing a wrong. Now, of course, they're going to be sinner because everyone's a sinner. But when you think about this person, it's hard to imagine them committing something that is evil. And that's pretty strict. Especially as a pastor myself, it is a lot of weight in this passage, but we have to take it for its worth, and we have to realize that when God says something like this, he really means it. So he's explaining what an overseer should be. He should be blameless. He should be above reproach. But what does it mean for people who aren't leaders in church? What is this saying to us, just as normal people? And I think Paul is trying to explain the importance of finding real godly leadership over your life. Finding blameless, biblical leaders to place in your life to pastor you, to shepherd you, and to help you grow in your faith. That is so, so important. And I know growing up in a strong biblical church, I'm grateful for the people that God placed in my life, the older men and older women who were placed in my life to help me grow in my faith. It's so, so important to find people in your life who are godly biblical leaders and who can set you straight when you kind of fall off the path. And I think the second thing that Paul wants us to realize in this passage is the seriousness, the severity with which God appoints his leaders, and with which God really sees leadership in the church. It is live or die. It is deadly serious. And when he says it, he means it. So make sure you are surrounding yourself with godly leaders. Hopefully that's us at the Church of Liberty Park. But make sure you're finding biblical leadership, and make sure we do not forget the seriousness with which God takes leadership in his church. Love you. See you later.